What do you want to see from your guys?
I want to see energy. Got a couple guys in there that didn't play much this weekend, so they got fresh legs. I want to come out hot. I want this match to be just as exciting as any other.
Now you got a chain on. Is this a good luck chain?
Yeah, I wanted to match you. I wanted to try to look as good as I could. The guys found this, and apparently I'm wearing it for this match.
Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck.
Oh, thank you.
Matt.
Thank you, Olivia. Nice words of advice there from Coach Justin Beaumont. He doesn't want to leave this tournament on a loss. He wants to go home on a win. And I think we're going to see some nice fire from his team. They lost a close 5-set match this morning against OC Stunners, and they've gotten about twice as much amount of time to rest as compared to the Las Vegas Ramblers. So in terms of personnel for Team Freedom, I don't have the lineup card just quite yet, but we do know that they have two good high-quality setters in Matt Elias and Ronald Dunn. So either way they choose to go there, look for them to run their offense. We've got Matthew Seifert, a 6'10" middle blocker from Penn State University, who got his broadcast journalism degree. So maybe one day you might see him in the broadcast booth in the near future, as well as Modesto. And let's see, that leaves Albus and Chris Vaughn probably on the outside hitter positions, as well as possibly Josue Castillo, as he's been a huge contributor on the pin for Team Freedom. Back to the Ramblers just real briefly. In their last match, they really had a hard time getting any kind of rhythm from their inline. Their service game really struggled last match. So look for them to hopefully tweak that mentality and get their serving consistently in the court to give themselves a chance on block and defense. That was one of the major problems they had in that last match, which resulted in a 3-0 sweep loss to the Utah Stingers. For Team Freedom, they went 5 sets earlier this morning against OC Stunners, dealt with a little bit of adversity, won the 4th set, but then got kind of blown out in Game 5. Like Coach Justin Beaumont said, they don't want to go home on a loss. They're coming at this game with a full head of steam, and they really do want to take home that 3rd place finish. So look for their guys to be full of emotion, fired up, ready to go, and again, going home on a high point and not being finish this tournament in 4th place. For those of you that have just tuned in, we are in North Salt Lake City. This is day 4 of our event. We started on Thursday with 2 pools of 4, 8 total teams that played a round-robin format Thursday and Friday for seeding purposes. First place from each pool got a direct ticket to the semifinals, which resulted in a day off on Saturday. And teams 2, 3, and 4, respectively, had to play Saturday. Some teams played twice. The 2nd place team only played once. And that resulted in what we have now as the Final 4, with Team Freedom facing off against the Las Vegas Ramblers. And then our championship match this evening, as I said, at 7 p.m. local time, the OC Stunners versus, drawing a total blank just now, the home team, the Utah Stingers, a team full of BYU Cougar former alumni. So getting ready, our final preparations during hitting warm-ups by Team Freedom, getting ready to go here on Championship Court. This is once again Championship Sunday, Utah Athletic Center in North Salt Lake City. As I said, it's been snowing outside for most of the morning. I think it's actually stopped now that we're approaching 4 p.m. local time. And hopefully everyone's having a lovely Sunday wherever you may be across this volleyball world. Thank you again for tuning in on nvausa.com for this live stream, sharing this high-level volleyball from everywhere people are able to watch. Las Vegas Ramblers getting their final game plan set, watching Team Freedom get their final licks in their warm-up hitting. There's a whistle from our referees as Team Freedom leaves the court. Get the formal presentation of the teams. Final words of wisdom from the coaching staffs. Scouting reports are in, lineups are turned in. The team in gray, our referees, are getting ready, making sure their electronic whistles are fully charged. And we're just about ready to get going here for our 3rd place game in North Salt Lake City. Once again, this is the National Volleyball Association. And you are watching on nvausa.com. Team Freedom, number 9 there, Chris Vaughn, carrying a huge offensive production role for his squad. They've played a lot of games in the last day and a half. 5 sets this morning. They went 3 or 4 sets yesterday afternoon and possibly another 5-set match yesterday morning as well. So we'll see how fatigue plays a factor in this match for Team Freedom. Coming into this game, there's number 15. That's Matt Seifert. Number 6, Jeff Albus, has carried a heavy load. He's playing opposite for Team Freedom. Jose Castillo wearing the warm-up shirt, so maybe he won't be in the initial lineup here. There's your Las Vegas Ramblers wearing a nice black and gold uniform. Number 11, Antoine Aguilar, a former Long Beach State 49er, so that black and gold feels very comfortable to him. There's the formal presentation of the teams on Stadium Court. We are not doing any formal handshakes as far as coronavirus precautions are implemented. If you haven't watched any matches yet here on NBAUSA.com, you will notice that our teams will not be changing ends of the court between sets in order to keep all players as safe as possible. So once again, no handshakes and no side switches, just formalities and good lucks from a distance. And so here we go. Team Freedom sends out Seifert, Modesto, Landon Shorts, Ronald Dunn. Let's see, who else do we have here? We have Edward Jedziniak, number 10. Let's see, who else do we have? Number 7, the libero for Team Freedom. That's Robeson. And you see Puczynski also on the floor. So a little bit of personnel changes here. As for the Ramblers, we see number 15, that's Steven Duho setting. We see Joshua Duarte, middle front. I believe we saw Antoine Aguilar, the other middle hitter. We've got 77, Antonio Boucher. And here we are about to start number 15, Steven Duho back to serve for the Ramblers. Getting our final score check in, making sure that everybody is ready to go. Formalities have been completed. Linesmen are on the corners. And we are ready for this third place match to get started. Here we go. Ramblers versus Team Freedom for third place. And the first serve finds the net. Give the first point over to Team Freedom. Doesn't get much easier than that. Here's Ronald Dunn with a nice jump serve, passed up by Boucher. Left side attack, number 12 down the line. And we have a net violation on Jedziniak, number 10 in white. He's first block move of the day, and he finds himself violating the net once again. And now we're tied at 1 point apiece. Number 7 is a new face, that's Gino Gamboa. He's jump float serving. Passed up by number 14. Here's Seifert, and he goes out long, trying to go cross body to the corner, and he misses. Ramblers up quick, 2 serving 1. Just need a ball to get thrown over to Gino. He's ready to go. He just needs one of our great official NVA volleyballs to get passed over from Akasa. Here's his jump float hybrid, little spin, passed up by 14. Here's Shorts on the right, his first attempt, and he goes off of the block of Antonio Boucher for a point. And we're tied at 2. Here you see number 13 in white, Landon Shorts. He's got a nice jump serve. And that one goes out of bounds, barely long once again. So a few service errors early on in this match. Might take, like I said, it is snowing outside, so it will take a few minutes for our guys to get their serve, dialed in as we go through this match. Still a long way to go. There's Duarte with his jump serve. Overpass coming, 12. That's number 12 for the Ramblers, Quinn Peterson. He gets the overpass kill, and give a point to the Ramblers for number 12, Peterson. There's Duarte back to serve once again for the Ramblers. And that ball sails long. Side out goes to Team Freedom. Server is Matt Seifert, the 6'10" middle blocker out of Penn State University, the former Nittany Lion. Has been quite a force in the middle for Team Freedom. They're going to need him to produce if they want to take home this third-place title. Jump float serve over to Boucher. Boucher gets a chance. Lefty dug by Vatrin. And another net violation on number 10. That's Jedzinski, excuse me, Edward Jedzinski. That's his second net violation as he is really struggling to get his block motion corrected. There's Peterson with a jump serve. That misses long. We're seeing quite a battle of service errors so far as we're 9 points into this first set. Team Freedom has a nice miss-serve chant going on over there for their bench. And here's Jedzinski now back to serve. A bit of a jump float, pass by Boucher. Big set to Gamboa, and he's blocked by Puczynski. Solo block for Christian Puczynski in the middle. Gotta love, as a middle blocker, not having to move very far and just getting an absolute stuff down on a back row hitter. Puczynski with a nice block. Boucher on the left, gets a swing and he chisels off Dunn's block. So, nice rebound by Boucher. A little bit of an undersized hitter in this league, but able to work the ball around the block and scores the point, manufactures a point for the Ramblers. Here's Boucher's jump float serve. Passed up by number 14. Blocked back by the left side Ramblers. There's a free ball coming. Pass by Peterson. Quick set to Aguilar, and he gets welcomed into the game for his first set and a kill. So Jeff Vatrin, number 14 in white, clearly is being targeted by the Rambler serve. A bit of chaos. There's a tip from Puczynski. Outside left to Gamboa. He free balls it over. Dunn slaps it back. Passed up by Boucher. Gamboa again, blocked again by Dunn. So consecutive blocks by the Team Freedom results in a point, and now Jeff Vatrin will go back to serve for Team Freedom. A little conversation here on the side. It looks like Gino Gamboa is possibly walking a little gingerly, and inserted into the match will be number 5. That's Ryan Schickling out of Dana Point, California. In San Juan Hills High School. Played his college volleyball at UC San Diego. Just finished up his master's degree in England, where he played professionally while studying for his master's in marketing. And 14 in white, that's Jeff Vatrin. He's back to jump serve. Spins it over to Boucher. He passes it up. Good pass. Here's Aguilar against 2 commit blockers, and he gets it through the block for a point. Nicely done by Antoine Aguilar, number 11 in black, the former Long Beach State 49er. And we have our first TV technical timeout at 8 points into this set number 1. So off to a nice start here. Good rhythm, a little bit of maybe a slight missed serve battle, but seeing some good production out of the middle blockers from both teams thus far. Let's see, that's 16, 18 points into game number 1 here. Team Freedom over there, you see Coach Justin talking to Puczynski and Seifert about where he wants their hands to be on their block and defense, either trying to get a good quality touch and control so the back row can play it, and getting low over the net, making sure you're shoulder to shoulder with your wing side blocker and able to stuff that ball back down. On Team Ramblers over here, Las Vegas Ramblers, they've got a couple new faces, so trying to figure out some familiarity on what they want to do in terms of offensive responsibilities, where the set location needs to be, talking about who's going to take what passing seams. You see Osmondson and Schickling talking about who wants to take what seam and serve receive. You see the middle blockers, Duarte and Aguilar, talking about what they want to do with their block and defense and their hand positioning, blocking against the Team Freedom outside hitters. There's Coach Vince. He's chiming into some setting strategy with their setter. That's Steven Excuse me, that's Stephen Duho. I hope I'm saying that last name properly. Mood seems to be pretty nice over there for the Las Vegas Ramblers as they're a little bit all smiles here with a 2-point lead. Early on in set number 1 of our 3rd place match here in North Salt Lake and the Utah Athletic Center. This technical timeout is concluding. There's a whistle from the referees, and the players come back onto the court to continue here. So we will see number 11 in black, Antoine Aguilar, go back with serving responsibilities out of that technical timeout with a 2-point cushion. Here comes Aguilar's jump float serve down the line, passed up. Here's Dunn. He goes left side to Shorts, and Shorts bombs away cross court right in front of the hands of Aguilar. So Landon Shorts, a strong contributor to this team, did not play this morning. Watched the entire match from the bench, all 5 sets, and didn't get a chance to contribute in that loss to the OC Stunners, and look for him to really make a good effort today to take home this 3rd place finish. There's a missed serve from Pachinski. Back over to the Ramblers now. 9 serving 7. Duho jump float serve taken by the libero Robeson. Here's a backside set to Jedzinski. Ryan Schickling out of system with a nice roll shot for his first attempt, and he gets a kill. Nice cagey little beach roll shot, barely over the block, and finds the open court by Ryan Schickling. I don't think he learned that shot in England. I'm guessing he learned that shot in the beaches of Southern California. But no matter where he picked it up, it was a nice shot. Unfortunately, that's followed up by a missed serve by Duho. And give the side out over to Team Freedom as Ronald Dunn goes back to serve. He's the setter, wearing number 1, floor captain. Look for him to run his offense. He needs to find some kind of serving rhythm here as well. Jump serve goes deep, passed up by Osmondson. There's Peterson. He goes cross court and long. So Peterson struggling a little bit here to get started in game number 1, as he has not seen a ton of front row time throughout this event. Look for him to pick up his game. Dunn back to serve again. That ball sails out long. So service error for Team Freedom. And now we will see Ryan Schickling go back to serve for the Ramblers. Jump serve coming from Ryan. Good roll shot taken by Vautrin. Up into the rafters. Free ball coming. A little bit down ball from, I think that was Shorts. And here's Boucher. Blocked back, covered by Schickling. Boucher, touch, and is able to use the outside blocker's arms for a point, and that serve will go back to the Ramblers. So give it a 3-point lead over to the Las Vegas Ramblers, finding a nice rhythm. Ryan Schickling coming in, making good contributions. Here's his jump serve. Takes a little bit off, pass by Robeson. Quick set to Seifert, and he puts it down for a point. Big man in the middle, number 15, Matt Seifert, coming through for Team Freedom. I believe that's his first kill of the match, and they will need more production out of him if they do want to take home this bronze 3rd place finish. All right, well, there's another missed serve by Team Freedom, and what they really need to do is eliminate all of these missed serves. There have been way too many missed serves by Team Freedom so far in this first set. Can't see who's serving back there. The bench, I believe that's Duarte. He's going to jump serve for the Ramblers. There's a nice spin passed up by Shorts. And nice block by Boucher against Jedzinski one-on-one. And oh, hold on a minute. There's a net violation on Boucher, so he's not arguing. It looks like he was caught red-handed in the net. Good catch by the referees, and change that score over to 13-10. Team Freedom now down by 3. And Matt Seifert back to serve again. Pass by Boucher. Boucher again on the left, and that one gets dug up by Seifert. Vautrin sets to nobody, and they can't get the ball over the net. That's 4 contacts, and that's not allowed. So once again, 4 contacts, 1 too many made by Team Freedom. And we will see Peterson serving for the Ramblers. Just a little bit of miscommunication. That needs to be eliminated as well by Team Freedom if they want to have a chance to win this match and not be finished up in 4th place. Vatrin on the left, dug up by Schickling. Peterson bump sets out to Boucher, tips over, dug by Dunn. Nice block by the Ramblers, still in play. Oh, Robeson a little overzealous, and that set gets pushed way too far outside and almost nearly hits our up referee. And Coach Justin Beaumont says, I've seen enough. You guys aren't playing up to par for me. I'm going to call a timeout right now, and we're going to figure out how to eliminate these errors that we keep making. Freedom finding themselves down by 4 points as we have reached the halfway point of set number 1. Ramblers at 15, Team Freedom at 11. You see the Las Vegas Ramblers discussing what they want to do on their block and defense. They found a nice service run, I believe, from Matt Duarte, as he has continued to produce some points from the inline, helping his team gain that 4-point lead through the beginning of this set here. That's Joshua Duarte, not Matt. My apologies. Now Team Freedom, they really need to find the court with their serves if they want to have a chance to win this first set. Offensively speaking, I like to see Landon Shorts. He's doing a great job. Vatrin hasn't really made much noise, and Puczynski needs to chime in as well. Let's see, Jedzinski really needs to find his offensive prowess, therefore, so far. And Peterson blasts his missed serve into the net. It was not really the best attempt right out of a timeout. I like to see players turn it down a notch just to put that first serve in so they can create a rhythm. But there's a pass by Boucher, Schickling out of the back row with the gangster Bick, and that's a really nice swing through a 3-man block, and he rattles it through for a point. So Ryan Schickling coming in for Gino Gamboa, several points back and making good contributions early on for Las Vegas Ramblers. Here's Boucher with a jump float, pass by Robeson. Quick set to Puczynski. He finds the corner for a kill. Nice attack line by Christian Puczynski. He's 6'8", he's a middle blocker. He played college volleyball at Rutgers University. He's born and raised from Hillsborough, New Jersey. Chris Puczynski. And now Vatrin, number 14 in white. Jeff Vatrin back to serve for the Freedom. Nice serve, but that's passed up by Boucher. And Antoine gets blocked by Puczynski. That's a nice read block by him, as that set might have been a little bit too tight for the high flyer Aguilar. Well, Team Freedom making a little bit of noise here, coming back into the match. And let's go over to Olivia really fast for a quick insight.
Thanks, Matt. Puczynski with that kill and followed up by a block. He was so vocal in that last break. He said, we have absolutely nothing to save our energy for. Let's pick up the communication and communicate through the chaos. And it looks like he's going to step up and be the leader in this set.
Thanks, Olivia. Yeah, always nice to see your players get super vocal and speak to each other. He's got a great point. There's nothing left to play in after this match is over, so you better leave it all out on the court and give it your full 100% effort. As we see Jedzinski get a nice kill out of the back row down the line for Team Freedom, and now they find themselves down by 2 points as we see Jeff Albus come into the game as a serving sub. We have seen Albus go on some service runs throughout the tournament. He does have a strong jump serve. We'll see him serve from area 1. Nice high toss. He has been playing opposite, so this might be a bit of a serving substitution, but he may stay in all the way across and be able as an offensive option. There's Ryan Schickling. Wow, bombing down the line and crushing Albus's shoulder as that ball nearly hits the rafters and travels all the way across court and out of bounds. So the serving sub, Albus, comes back out. Ryan Schickling really making his presence felt in the front row offensively as a huge contributor for the Ramblers. It's 18 serving 15. Here's Duha getting ready for his jump float. Hand set. Here's a back row attack by Jedzinski. Excuse me, that's Jedzinski, and he gets a kill down the line. So Jedzinski getting warmed up and seeing lots of opportunities with the sets out of the back row. You see he's got some nice KT tape on his shoulder there, perhaps trying to loosen up that shoulder girdle a little bit more and avoid any kind of catastrophic shoulder injuries. There's Boucher with a nice pass. Here comes Peterson on the left. controlled and deflected, dug by Vatrin. Here comes Jedzinski again, roll shot into the block of Duarte, and that finds the floor on the Freedom side. Give the point over to the Ramblers, 19 serving 16. As Ryan Schickling steps back to serve for Ramblers. And for him to give himself a nice high toss and come flying out of the back row with a big jump serve. And that one flies out of bounds long. Once again, we are playing volleyball here at elevation, being in Salt Lake City. That sometimes does play an effect on the ball travel through the thinner air as opposed to playing at sea level. And Landon Shorts with a little spin serve. Boucher from the left, touched by Dunn, but not returnable, and a point goes to the Ramblers. And here we go, Duarte back to serve. 6'6" middle, played his college volleyball at Concordia University in Irvine, California, known as the Orange Canyon. That ball is kind of batted around, nicely played by Matt Seifert. He threw it down open-handed. That's legal indoors. And it's now his turn to get a chance to serve for Team Freedom as we get to the business end of this first set. Matthew Seifert, he's been jump float serving from area 5 throughout the entirety of this tournament, and he has been able to produce some points. So let's see what he has. Pass serves over to Schickling. Duha goes left side to Boucher. A little misconnection, but Boucher gives it a nice European open hand tip right over the block and finds the court for a kill. And Ramblers now at 21, serving 18. Here's Peterson now back to serve for the Ramblers. Nice high toss, step close, snaps over it. Passed up by Freedom. Dunn picks Puchinski, he gets controlled. There's Schickling out of the back row with an open hand tip right over the block. That's dug by Robeson, but it runs into the antenna and goes out of bounds. Point, Gomer 22 going to the Ramblers. So Ryan Schickling once again making his presence felt, front row and back row attacking, producing some nice points for the Ramblers. Here's Peterson finding his jump serve. Pass by Vatrin, a little bit of out of system pass. Here's his attack from the left. Deflected, pass by Boucher. Aguilar blocked back. Duha hits 2, covered. Boucher on transition, blocked, and that one finds the ground. So Jedzinski and Puchinski, the skis, getting a nice block right there for Team Freedom. 19 now serving 22. Jedzinski with a jump float, pass by Boucher. Boucher with his left side attack down the line, and Jedzinski caught off guard, and that finds the corner for a nice kill by Boucher. Ramblers now sitting on 23, serving 19 as number 77, Antonio Boucher, 6'4" outside hitter from Las Vegas. College volleyball at Long Beach City College. Jump float serves down to Vatrin. Vatrin from the left. That's blocked by Aguilar. Covered over the net, played by Antoine. Here's Schickling in transition, and he finds the hands for a stupendous swing and another point scoring opportunity by Ryan Schickling. And Coach Justin Beaumont, as he's done, will not save his timeout because he can't take it with him. It is now 24-19, set point to the Ramblers. And Coach Beaumont wants to have a quick chat with his team. You see some good energy over there on the Ramblers side of the court. We've got Nick England talking over there. He's sort of a backup coach for them, even though he's wearing a jersey. Ryan Mather, he's got his warm-up shirt on. Ryan Schickling looks like he's tying his shoes again, double knotting them, make sure his feet doesn't slip out of them while he's swinging for the fences from the left side of the court there. Meanwhile, over on Team Freedom, we see some guys kind of speaking up. Everyone's listening to Coach Beaumont. He's given some insights on what he wants to see his team to do. Hopefully make a couple of adjustments here late in this first set and maybe kind of create some momentum that they can, get a couple of firework plays going that can take them into game set number 2 and maybe right the ship a little bit as we progress through this third place match. Referees have blown the whistle. That timeout is concluded as the Ramblers come out onto the court. Team Freedom getting ready for serve reception. Antonio Boucher over there playing his foot volley skills and a little FIFA warm-up, practicing his toss. Everyone's found their places, and here we go. Set point number 1 for the Ramblers. Antonio Boucher back to serve. Oh, he stays down for a jump float, and that finds the net and doesn't make it over. Give him a service error and point to Team Freedom. 20 serving 24. Now Vatrin back to jump serve. Number 14 in white for Team Freedom. Set point number 2 for the Ramblers. Jump serve, passed by Boucher. Goes outside to Schickling. He goes high hands, picked up by Short. Set over on 2, dug by Boucher. Here's Schickling again. And he gets dug by Robeson. There's Jedzinski, tips it over. Osmondson digs. Here comes Boucher out of the back row, and he gets blocked by Puczynski. And Olivia, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Coach. This is what Beaumont wanted to see. He said, let's build some momentum that we can take into the next set. And he said the obvious comment, if we decide not to defend the BIC, you better defend midcourt. Matt?
All right, thanks, Olivia. Yeah, nice block there by Puczynski out of the back row. And here's set point number 3, and that serve goes long as Vatrin misses his serve, and the Las Vegas Ramblers take set number 1 by the score of 25-20. So 1 game down in this best 3 of 5 match. 3rd place bronze trophy on the line. And we see the Las Vegas Ramblers, who really came out of the gates nicely in that match. You've got good production by Ryan Schickling. He came off the bench to replace Gino Gamboa, who appears to have sustained some kind of possible calf or Achilles injury. He did start for the Ramblers, Gamboa, but did not make it really to 15 points and was replaced by Ryan Schickling, who's made a nice impact. Meanwhile, over by on Coach Beaumont's side with Team Freedom, you can see him really focusing with his players about what they need to do in order to sort of turn the momentum around. I think he's talking about blocking, and they did miss way too many serves in that first set by Team Freedom, so really emphasizing their service game from the inline and seeing if they can create some point-scoring opportunities with their block and defense. So far we have to say here, first set goes to the Ramblers, 25-20 over Team Freedom. Las Vegas Ramblers have been playing together for quite some time. They've developed a nice chemistry. Meanwhile, Team Freedom from the East Coast, they're a bunch of guys that have been playing together for even longer, and you can see that in their chemistry, although they seem to have come out a little bit slow in this match. But look for them to rebound back and come back with a little bit more emotion and investment into this second set. So once again, we're here in Salt Lake City. This is the National Volleyball Association Showcase Tournament in North Salt Lake. We want to thank the Utah Athletic Center for hosting this event for us, as we've had 8 teams from all over the country fly in for this event. And also want to say a quick thank you to our official volleyball supplier of the NVA. That obviously is Mikasa, supplying us with the best volleyball on the planet to compete at the highest level, as you'll see it in the Olympic Games and also here at the NVA Showcase event in Salt Lake City. So thank you, Mikasa. So going into set number 2, the players are ready to go. Lineups seem to have been turned in. I think everyone's going to be taking their spots here as we continue through this 3rd place match. Our bronze trophy is on the line, obviously bragging rights at stake as well. 4th place goes home with a loss, and they have to think about that for quite some time until they get an opportunity to come out and compete again, while 3rd place gets to go home on a high note with a win and a trophy. So here we go. Ramblers back on the court. They're to my left. Team Freedom back on the court in white. They're to my right. You'll see we'll have the down referee confirming everyone's starting locations. I don't see any personnel changes. It appears to be that everyone has returned that played in the first set for both sides, both teams. So that's refreshing to see. I don't have to remember anyone's names that haven't already been playing, so that helps me, so thank you. I appreciate that. Team Freedom gets to serve to begin this second set. We've got Ronald Dunn back. He's the setter for Team Freedom, number 1. Of course, Ronald Dunn's a 6'2" setter. He's from Collingswood, New Jersey, played at Keene University, and here's his jump serve, and he foot faults. And so that results in a service error, and a point goes to the Ramblers. And here we have Ryan Schickling, first server for the Ramblers. He had a nice service game in game one. Let's see if he can reproduce that one. And he foot faults. Ay caramba, 2 foot faults in a row. Where are we and what is happening? So many foot faults today. The rare double whammy of back-to-back foot faults. Here's Landon Shorts back to serve. No foot fault this time. This ball goes in, passed by Schickling. Duarte hits, but that's blocked by Puczynski, and the point goes to Team Freedom. Landon Shorts here, serving it again. Jump serve comes, passed up by Osmondson. Duha goes out to Boucher, and he kills the ball cross court for the winner, finding the seam between the two blockers in white, and give a point to the Ramblers. There's Joshua Duarte coming back as Osmondson runs off the court. They're only allowed to have 6 players on the court at one time, not 7. So Osmondson needs to come out for a minute. Duarte back to jump serve. Passed up by Robeson. There's a big attack from Shorts, and that ball finds the ground, but we have a 3-meter line violation by Landon Shorts as he came out of the back row, and give the point over to the Ramblers. Hard to catch sometime, but fortunately our eagle-eyed up ref caught the cheat attempt by Landon Shorts. Obviously, attacking from the back row, you're not allowed to touch that white line. Some call it the 10-foot line, others call it the 3-meter line, depending on where you are. And that serve goes out of bounds from Duarte. Puczynski now back to serve. Passed up by Antoine. Backside set to Peterson. Deflected, but not able to get volleyed up by Jedzinski, and that's a point towards the Ramblers with a nice right side attack from Peterson. Haven't seen him hit that many balls on the right, so that's good to see if you're a Rambler fan watching and pulling for your team in black to win this 3rd place title. Here's Peterson's jump serve. Nice off the tape, pass off by Shorts. Here's Vatrin cross court, and he gets a winner. Outside hitters trading blows back and forth here early on in this 2nd set. Here's Jedzinski, passed up by Schickling. Duha's got a run, out of system attack by Peterson, and that ball goes way out of bounds as Ramblers would like to have that play back. Started off with a not-so-perfect pass from Schickling and a not-so-perfect set and a not-so-perfect result. Jedzinski once again serving, over to Boucher. Here's Boucher on the left. He tips over the net, picked up by Jedzinski. Here comes Shorts out of the back row. Deflected, and that one finds the court. And the Freedom have built a 2-point lead here early on in game number 2. Jedzinski now serving again, jump float, pass by Boucher, out of system, sorts a little bit. Boucher, a 3-man block in front, and he gets blocked. So Matthew Seifert putting the whole team on his back like a camel in the Sahara, and he's blocking everything that comes his way. 3rd straight point for Team Freedom, and Jedzinski getting ready to jump float serve once again. Pass by Boucher, quick set to Antoine, and he finds the corner for a quick kill and sets the Ramblers straight there and gets them back on track. We're now 5 serving 7 as Boucher walks back to the inline for his service attempt. Antonio Boucher, here's his jump float serve. Goes across, pass by Vatrin. Left side attack coming from Vatrin. High hands, deflection, and finds the court for a kill, and point goes to Team Freedom. That gets our scoreboard up to 8, serving 5, and that gives us our first technical TV timeout. And a quick shout out to our sponsors, obviously, Utah Athletic Center, this wonderful facility that has housed us and hosted the NVA for this week's events and our matches. This, I believe, is our 17th match, scheduled for 18 matches total. Lovely indoor volleyball facility. I believe there's 6 volleyball courts in here, sport court throughout, nice stands, great fans here in North Salt Lake, as this is a volleyball hotbed in the great state of Utah. And of course, we would be nowhere without the ability to play with the best volleyball on the planet, supplied by the one and only Mikasa, the official ball of the National Volleyball Association. So thank you to Mikasa for the never-ending supply of yellow-blue volleyballs and the volleyball carts that tend to be strewn across this gym here in Salt Lake City. So as this television timeout dwindles down here, the teams are both chomping at the bit to get back out on the court. We're not halfway through, we're about a third of the way through this second set here for our third place consolation match of this NVA Showcase tournament in Salt Lake City in the great state of Utah. As I've said before, the Las Vegas Ramblers facing off against Team Freedom. Back and forth, we've seen a nice rebound by Team Freedom so far after losing the first set, 25 to 20. And this is a little bit of an MO from Team Freedom. They've come out of the gates. They were a little bit slow, but they lost the first set, and they've sort of righted the ship now. While the Ramblers, you know, they've got some new faces. Their personnel on the court, they're you know, trying to find their place, their identity a little bit. They did have a nice first game. Again, nice contribution from guys off the bench. It proves that when your number gets called, you need to be ready to go and come in and contribute and produce some points. So teams are kind of coming back out on the court here as Team Freedom is ready to go. Ramblers get a nice cheer, and Jeff Vatrin, number 14 for Team Freedom, will be going back to serve here for the team in white. Here's Jeff Vatrin's jump serve. Passed up by Osmundson. Duha sets it out to Schickling. 3-man block, rattles around, passed up by Jadzinski. Here comes Jadzinski out of the back row, dug by Boucher. Peterson, far cross court, back row attack, controlled, dug by Robeson. Here comes Shorts on the left. He goes down the line, dug by Peterson. Schickling's turn from the left. Roll shot picked up by Shorts. Seifert with a nice set. Dunn takes a swing. I think there's a touch. We're still playing. There's no whistles. Peterson again from the right. He goes down the line, but that one's dug by Robeson. Yeah, it's a set to nobody, so free ball from Seifert. Schickling again, sets a little tight, and he swipes off the block for the point. Nicely done by Ryan Schickling. And Olivia, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Matt. The Ramblers are going to be happy with a little bit of momentum swing, hopefully in their favor right there from Schickling. But the overwhelming message from both sides right now is consistent with what both coaches mentioned at the beginning of this one. We know what we need to do. We're not going to make changes. We just need to focus on playing our game. And that's what they both said in that break there. Matt?
Thanks, Olivia. Yeah, you know, team identity is important. Don't go outside of your capabilities. Play within yourselves, and everything should end up properly the right way. So right now, this is an important match, and there's a free ball from Boucher over to Team Freedom, passed up. Here's an attack by Shorts on the left, and he gets that ball through and hits the middle of the court, served up, had a buffet of angle to hit right in front of him, and he's able to find the floor. Nice swing by Landon Shorts to end that rally. So Team Freedom up 3 points, 9 serving 6 as Matt Seifert gets ready to jump float serve. He serves from area 5, that's essentially left back, right in front of our linesman judge there, checking his foot, making sure he doesn't foot fault. Pass by Boucher, here's Duarte, dug up by Seifert. Here comes a free ball from Vatrin, spins it in, pass by Peterson. Outside from Schickling, blocked by Paczynski. Little joust at the net, covered by Duarte. Duho over to Schickling, roll shot down the line, and that just goes out of bounds. So a little bit of out of system play there, nice scramble play. Unfortunately, Schickling just missed the court on that one. I think that was a smart choice to play that shot. It just missed the sideline. So point goes to Team Freedom, now up by 4. Matthew Seifert now getting ready to serve. Pass by Osmundson. Duha goes back to Schickling, and he goes down the line again and misses. Although the up ref calls a touch on the block and give the point to Ryan Schickling and the Ramblers. No arguments from Team Freedom, so Linesman missed that call, but it was caught by our up ref. Eagle Eye, as we like to call him, was able to see the touch, and the point goes to the proper side. Here's Duha back to jump float serve for the Ramblers, down by 3. Dunn goes outside to Shorts. Shorts gets blocked, covered. Shorts again in transition, roll shotted, and that finds the floor. Not sure why Peterson chose to pull his hands down, but he didn't block that time, and the ball probably went right where his hands would have been. So if I'm Peterson, I'm gonna leave my hands up and try to block that ball next time. Ronald Dunn now, back to serve for Team Freedom. High toss, step close, nice serve pass by Osmundson. Peterson on the left, 2-man block in front, block back and covered. Quick set to Duarte, Puczynski with another block. 2 straight blocks for Puczynski. First one covered, second one not covered, and that's a point for Team Freedom, now up by 5. Puczynski making his presence known in the front row for Team Freedom. Serve pass by Osmundson. Right side to Schickling. Oh my goodness! Wow! What a block from Team Freedom. Now that looks like that was all Landon Shorts, just skying up, getting over the net and stuffing it back down in Schickling's face. Wow. What a block by Landon Shorts. One of the best blocks we've seen all weekend long. If we had a top 10 of blocks, that would be far and away number 1 in that ranking. So, very well done. Las Vegas Ramblers scrambling a little bit here. They find themselves down by 6 points in this game too, 13-7. So they need to regroup a little bit. We'll get some insights from Olivia in a few minutes after this timeout. But you see Peterson grabbing a drink, Schickling, trying to find his arm. You see Coach Vince maybe kind of giving a couple of pointers to his squad here and what they need to do to right the ship and kind of figure it out. Actually, it's a little bit of info from Gianluca Grosso, one of the outside hitters that's not playing so much this match. On Team Freedom's side, you see a squad gathered around Coach Justin Beaumont in blue there with the gold chain. And the teams come back out on the court, and we're ready to get back to action here. Team Freedom up by 6, 13 serving 7. Midway through this second set. Jump serve from Dunn, and he misses long. So nice timeout there by the Ramblers to ice Dunn and take that momentum away from that huge stuff down we saw from Landon Shorts. And now Ryan Schickling back to serve for the Ramblers. He's going to stay down and jump float, change up the pace a little bit here. Pass by Vautrin, right side attack to Shorts, and he's bombing away. Just swinging freely, not afraid to get blocked. This guy, if you haven't seen him play in person, you're missing out because Landon Shorts can fly, almost astronaut heights. He is skying over the block of these teams and really hitting freely. There's his jump serve, unfortunately. That finds the net, and the ball will go back to the Ramblers and another point. So still down by 5. Team Freedom, Ramblers down by 5 with Duarte getting ready to serve. Jump serve from Duarte, pass by Shorts. Good system pass. Here's Vautrin down the line, and he cuffs it out of bounds for a hitting error, and the point goes to the Ramblers. Scoreboard reads 10 serving 14. Team Freedom up by 4. Duarte spins it into Robeson, passed up to Dunn. Here's Shorts out of the back row, and that ball never comes over the net, not even close. Hitting error to Shorts, and a point back to the Ramblers, now 11 serving 14. Here's Duarte's serve, pass by Robeson. Dunn goes backside to Jadzinski, and he gets a clean hit past the block and just picks on Duarte's defense as the middle blocker. He's definitely a defensive liability back there, and he's going to step off and give those responsibilities back to Osmundson, as that ball should have been dug as it nearly hit him in the chest. And here's Puczynski with the standing float serve, rainbows it over to Boucher. Boucher on the left side attack, down the line, and that ball goes out of bounds. However, there is a net violation, on number 10 in white. That's Jedzinski. That is going to be his third net violation so far through this match. So unfortunate blocking error by Team Freedom, and the point goes to Ramblers. We see Ryan Mather come in as a blocking substitution for the Ramblers as Peterson jump serves. And that ball goes out of bounds long. Unfortunately, I think we just saw the Ramblers ice their own player as Duha came out for Mather, and now Mather will stay in, and Peterson will sub out for Tanner Maxwell, who will come in to take over the setting duties. So you saw a modified double substitution by the Las Vegas Ramblers. You now have 3 hitters across the front with Mather, Aguilar, and Boucher, and Maxwell in the back row. Unfortunately, Mather's going to get a not-so-perfect set, and he's not able to take out the dirty laundry on that one and keep the ball in play, and that point goes to Team Freedom. Here's Jedzinski back to serve for Team Freedom. Jump float serve, pass by Schickling. Aguilar puts that ball down, cleans it up for the Ramblers, and he scores a quick point. Ramblers down by 4. Getting into the second half of this second set as Boucher jump float serves. Down the line, taken by Vatrin, tipped by Seifert, picked up by Osmundson, but that ball doesn't come back over as Boucher's kick attempt didn't make it. And give the point to Team Freedom. Now up by 5. 18 serving 13. Here's Jeff Vatrin, number 14 in white, getting ready for his jump serve attempt. That ball goes out of bounds long. Give the point to the Ramblers, and another service error for Team Freedom. Here's Antoine Aguilar with the jump float, down the line, pass by Seifert. Outside attack from Shorts, blocked up by Duarte, covered. Schickling with an out-of-system set, sets it over, pass by Seifert. Dunn goes back to Seifert for a kill. A 2-man game back and forth. Onesies, twosies. Seifert passes, gets the set from Dunn, and gets a kill. Scoreboard reads 19 serving 14. Freedom with a commanding 5-point lead here in set number 2. Down 1 set to none. Excuse me. Team Freedom down 0 sets to 1 to the Ramblers currently. Seifert with the jump float, tickles the net, passed up by Boucher. Duarte with the quick kill. So Maxwell decides to go to his quick hitter for touche, and we're going to see the double sub reversal as Mather comes out of the front, out of the back row, and in comes Peterson as Maxwell comes out. So utilizing the reverse double sub so that there are still 3 hitters across the front line. Peterson, Schickling, and Duarte for the Ramblers as Duha goes back to jump float serve. Passed by Vatrin. Played over by Dunn, covered. Here's Peterson, out of system, rolls it in. Another dump coming. And Dunn finds the back corner for a little back flipper as the setter staying involved and finding the open court back in area 5. All right, Ronald Dunn back to jump serve now for Team Freedom. He's clean, and that ball does go out of bounds. So Team Freedom continues to struggle from the inline. They kind of need to figure it out. They need to find that smoking gun. The key to their service game really needs to be determined in what it is so that they can right that ship and continue to hopefully win this game. Here's Shorts from the right side. Roll shot finds the open court. Nice touch by Shorts. Shorts relying on that heavy heat for most of the match, but he does have some range in that arm and nice control in that contact for a roll shot over the block and finds the open court for a point. So now it's 21-16, Team Freedom in control. Good serve by Shorts. Osmundson struggles to pass, and Duhan can't set that ball as that's not returned, and we'll give an ace to Landon Shorts. Nicely done by him, and it's 22 serving 16. Landon Shorts now, once again, serving for Team Freedom. And that ball goes out of bounds long. So right when you think you found the key, you make another service error. So Here we are, Josh Duarte back to serve for the Ramblers as Antoine Aguilar comes back into the front row. And Osmondson gets a break, as most liberos do when the middle serve. There's Duarte with his jump serve. Pass by Robeson. Dunn goes quick to Paczynski. That's blocked but covered. Here's Vatrin, roll shot, played up by the setter. Schickling sets right side to Peterson, three-man block, and they get the point. Well-formed three-man block by Team Freedom, and that gives them the 23rd point of this game. And we see a substitution here for Team Freedom as Jeff Albus comes into the back row to take over some serving duties away from Chris Paczynski, whose standing float serve doesn't seem to score a lot of points for Team Freedom, and they want to see Albus get involved from the inline here. And unfortunately, the comedy of service errors continues to happen for Team Freedom as that serving substitution does not result in a point for Team Freedom, and the Ramblers get the right to serve once again. 23-18, here's Peterson serving, 18 serving 23. Peterson with a jump serve, rolls it in to Robeson. Dunn goes right side to Jedzinski. He hits the ball out of bounds, no touch, no net, and give the point to the Ramblers, even though Shorts is asking for a touch, he's not gonna get it. 19 serving 23. And Coach Beaumont has decided, I don't want to see any more of that. We'll take a timeout real quick and discuss what we want to do out of this timeout in regards to our offensive set play. Okay, so we've got the business end of this second set here in our third place championship game. Las Vegas Ramblers currently up 23-19 over Team Freedom. Team Freedom up 23-19 over the Ramblers. So what's happening here? So we've got a timeout called by Coach Justin Beaumont. He wants to talk it over with his team. That's Team Freedom over there discussing what they want to do on offense out of this timeout. Get a perfect pass up to the net. I'd like to go set the middle, and I believe that's Matt Seifert in the middle. Get the quick kill out of the middle and then give him a chance to score a point from the inline and create some kind of momentum going forward. Well, teams are back out on the court. Peterson back, ready to serve. Here's his nice toss, step close, cuffs it in, pass by Robeson. Dunn goes outside to Vatrin, and he misses cross court for a hitting error. And give the point to the Ramblers, now at 20, down by 3 with Team Freedom sitting at 23 points. Here's Peterson, getting ready for his jump serve again. Nice serve to Vatrin, passed over to Dunn. Vatrin from the left, dug up by Schickling. Duhan on the run, left side to Boucher. And he grapefruits it out of bounds and hits it long for a point over to Team Freedom, and that puts them at set point. And here's Jedzinski with his jump float from the inline. Floats it over to Boucher. And there's a misconnection as Antoine Aguilar can't connect with Duhan on that. And we see Team Freedom win that set 25-20. A mirror finish as it was from set number 1. And we're deadlocked at 1 set apiece, ladies and gentlemen, in this third place matchup between the Las Vegas Ramblers and Team Freedom. Once again, Ramblers winning set number 1, 25-20, and Freedom responding with a win of their own at 25-20. What you see over there on Team Freedom's bench, I think the contributions from Landon Shorts really got Team Freedom off to a good start there. His blocking really was up, as well as his offense. However, Team Freedom really could benefit from finding their service game. They're having quite a plethora of service errors, and if they want to win this match, they need to find the court with their serves a little bit more regularly. On the other side of the net with the Las Vegas Ramblers, you know, they came out just a little bit flat that second set. They tried to utilize the double sub and didn't quite work to their advantage, but you have seen good contributions from Peterson and Schickling. Duarte is making his presence known as the middle. 77, that's Boucher. Looks like he's getting a quick refreshment in, trying to find some energy. as the Ramblers discuss their strategies coming back from a Game 2 loss and what they need to do in order to take this third set on their way to winning a best 3 out of 5 match. And perhaps you see Gianluca Grasso slightly warming up there. He's Brazilian. You know he's going to be a good ball spinner on that thumb, and he continues to get that done. Nicely done, Grasso. Coach Beaumont giving some more feedback to his team, willing them to continue to get over the net and be disciplined on their blocking, begging Jedzinski to stop net violating, as he has done 3 times through 2 sets so far, and figuring out how his team can make more serves throughout this third set. So as the teams prepare, the lineups get turned in. We've had a very competitive second set there, a very competitive third place match so far, a little bit of a back and forth match. Emotions are riding high, momentum continuing to go back and forth between the Ramblers and Team Freedom, and I don't expect that to change throughout the remainder of this match. Now, each team has won a set, essentially making this a 2 out of 3 match. And again, if we do get to that last and final 5th set tiebreaker, that will be 2 15 points with no side change in between as soon as one team gets to 8. So here we are, ready to get back to action as players take the court back. It looks like Gianluca Grasso will actually be back in the game for the Ramblers, replacing, it appears to be, Antonio Boucher in the outside hitter position. So look to see some nice contributions from Gianluca Grasso. He's the 6'2" outside hitter from Brazil. Played his college volleyball for Jeff Nygaard at the University of Southern California. As an outside hitter, he's very explosive, has got a very live arm, making sure his shoes are nice and tight back there. He's going to be their first server, so it'll be interesting to see how ready his shoulder is after sitting for the first 2 games of this set. Meanwhile, for Team Freedom, I see no personnel changes as they start out in rotation 6 with Ronald Dunn up at the net, Matt Seifert and Landon Shorts in the front row with him as well. And here's Grasso with his jump float serve. Goes cross court, pass by Robeson. Seifert out of the middle for a quick point right out of the gates, establishing the middle early and often once again as we get started in set number 3. Here's Dunn with a nice jump serve. Pass by Schickling, fights it off. Maxwell goes back one to Duarte. Well played by Duarte with a little back one step back attack. And once again, we see a little battle between middle blockers from each side of the net here as Josh Duarte runs back and gets ready to serve. Here's his jump serve. Finds the top of the net, passed up. Duarte goes over to Jedzinski, and he goes high down the line for a nice swing. Nice to see Jedzinski from the left side get a nice high swing for a point. And Team Freedom up 2-1 in early Game 3 action. Here's Landon Shorts. High toss. This is clean, passed up by Grasso. Peterson from the right. One-on-one block covered by Antoine's foot, but that goes out of play for a point, and a block by Vatrin and Team Freedom. A nice solo block there by Jeff Vatrin. Nice hand position, got lined up on Peterson's shoulder and was able to give him a quick stuff down. Here's Shorts, no foot fault called. Grasso passes. Aguilar covered, dug, ball comes over. Grasso passes it up. Antoine again, never twice, Antoine says to Matt Seifert, who's frustrated with his block. Antoine getting 2 attempts in that rally for a kill and finally delivering on the second opportunity. So here's Peterson, back to serve for the Ramblers, down by 1, early action in Game 3. Nice jump serve, pass by Robeson. Dunn runs over, here's Vatrin, 3-man block, Schickling blocks but covered. Vatrin again, roll shot, back to Grasso. Antoine with the finesse incognito heat as that ball gets tipped over the block and finds the open middle court. Really would like to see the wing blockers of Team Freedom, somebody get on the ground and try to play that ball up. That's about the 5th or 6th tip over the block that has not been able to get scooped by Team Freedom. There's Peterson's jump serve once again, and he gets a little help from the equipment here with the net trickler ace. Haven't actually seen a lot of tricklers this weekend. And that is refreshing to see Peterson get that trickler ace for the Ramblers. Now up by 1, 4 serving 3. Peterson back again. No help from the equipment, but it's in. Pass by Vautrin. Jedzinski blocked up by Antoine, covered. Jedzinski again blocked by Antoine, covered. Here comes set from Osmondson over to Schickling. Two-man block, roll shot, covered but not covered. Excuse me. Matt Seifert just scooping that ball up out of midwhere, swatting it back like a beach volleyball player. Swatting, hanging and swatting, and no one there on the Ramblers team to cover Ryan Schickling's hitting attempt. So we have 4 serving 4. Matt Seifert now back to serve. Gonna see it, his jump float serve. Oh, bad toss. A little help from the net. Antoine, he gets a nice set out of the middle, and that's a kill. Bit of an unorthodox serve there from Matt Seifert. Not what he was meaning to do, I don't think, but made it over nonetheless, but a side out for the Ramblers. As we see Schickling preparing his jump serve routine. Here he comes with a jump serve. And that was a foot fault. Unfortunately, that is against the rules. As we have seen throughout this match, I think that's probably the 3rd or 4th foot fault from both teams combined. Definitely not a fabulous thing to see so many foot faults in this match. There's Grasso tipping, blocked by Puczynski, but follow throughs into the net. Number 20, Puczynski finds the net. Saw a little bit of a juicy steak in front of him on that tip that was teed up, but he just followed through and violated the net on that one. There's Antoine Aguilar back to serve for the Ramblers. Number 11 with his jump float serve down the line. Passed up, here's Dunn. He goes quick to Puczynski, dug by Peterson, played by Maxwell. Puczynski again, he throws that one down. Two-handed slam, and point goes to Team Freedom. And we're deadlocked at 6s. You'll see Puczynski there discussing the matchups, who's hitting, what numbers are front row, so everyone's on the same page. And here's Vautrin's jump serve. And that ball goes out long. So the service errors continue for Team Freedom. And the Ramblers have a 1-point lead, 7 serving 6. There's Tanner Maxwell. His jump serve coming. Nice spin. Played up high by Robeson. Here's Shorts out of system. Dug up by Schickling. Maxwell goes over to Grasso. Grasso rolls it up. Puczynski blocks him back. Here comes Peterson from the right. Roll shot dug by Jedzinski. Left side attack by Shorts, dug by Maxwell. Libero sets to the right. Peterson from the right side, and he gets a point off Landon Shorts' helmet. Shall we say, off the head, and that ball goes way out of bounds, is unplayable as the Ramblers mount a 2-point lead, and we find ourselves at the 8-6 technical timeout. Both teams will come off the court for a moment, and we will make sure to thank our sponsors here, obviously our host venue, the Utah Athletic Center, for allowing us to come in and present the NVA Showcase Tournament here this weekend. We once again started on Thursday, and we'll be wrapping it up with our championship match here on Sunday night, scheduled at 7 p.m. Another sponsor we have to acknowledge is the great volleyball supplier known as Mikasa. They make the best volleyball in the game, and they are the official volleyball supplier of the National Volleyball Association. So thank you, Mikasa, for your continued support, allowing our players to play with the best volleyball available in today's game. And as this television timeout comes to an end, our teams get ready to approach the court once again. Team Freedom find themselves down by 2. Each team has won a set so far in this match. As the Ramblers continue to discuss their strategy and what they want to continue to do in order to keep this lead and actually add to it. As we wait for the signal from the down ref to allow players back onto the court. Again, this is a technical timeout taken at the 8-point mark in every game. as we get back to action here, and the down ref blows his electronic whistle. We are using electronic whistles in this tournament, as you may have noticed. Our referees are both wearing face coverings for personal safety and utilizing the electronic whistles. So here we are. Here comes Maxwell back again with his jump serve, passed by Robeson. Dunn goes outside to Shorts, and he gets stuffed down by Peterson. Nice to see Peterson get on the block party, as that ball gets absolutely stuffied. He does a little bit of a retaliation block there against Landon Shorts, as he has been on an offensive tear throughout this match. Now 9 serving 6. And Maxwell's serve gets hit into the net, and the point goes to Team Freedom. 7 serving 9. Here is Puczynski. He saunters up to the inline and has his standing float serve passed by Osmundson. Here's Duarte with the quick kill on the 31 route, and he gets the ball down, and the point go to the Ramblers. So nice to see Duarte getting a little 31 attempt and putting it down for a kill. We need to see a little bit of a tougher serve there from Puczynski. We don't see too many standing float serves, but I think my grandmother might be able to pass that one. Here comes Grasso with a jump serve. A little bit of a hybrid taken by Vatrin. Bump set over to Shorts, and that ball is not able to find its way over the net as Shorts hits it out of bounds and runs into the down ref. And give another point to the Ramblers, now up by 4. 11 serving 7. Here's Grasso. Saunters up to the end line, a little hybrid jump float, passed by Shorts. Shorts on the left. Oh! Peterson with a nice hang and swat as Shorts tried to roll shot it right over the block. Peterson, no. Not on me right now, Landon. I will swat this back down on your side of the court. And it's now 12 serving 7. Grasso, a little help from the equipment. Here's Vatrin out of the back row, and he turns it wrist away for the kill cross court and the winner. So Vatrin ends that run by the Ramblers as Dunn goes back to serve now. 8 serving 12. Ronald Dunn with a nice high toss. Spun over to Schickling, passed up to the 10-foot line. Here's Peterson on the right. And we have a net violation from Landon Shorts, who overexerted himself a little bit on that blocking move, and he once again touches the net, which is against the rules, and point goes to the Ramblers. Here's Duarte's jump serve. Pass by Dunn, the setter, not usually used to taking the first pass, but there's Jedzinski bailing them out on a 3-man block. And Team Freedom cleans it up and is able to score the point. So here's Landon Shorts. He's getting ready for a jump serve. And that's taken by Schickling. Overhead to Peterson, and he uses the hands of Vatrin for a point. All right, now Peterson back. Here's Peterson's jump serve. Taken by Robeson. Dunn sets over to Vatrin. 2-man block, and Antoine Aguilar and Tanner Maxwell, they pair up for a nicely formed 2-man block and absolutely give that ball a stuff down. Listen, I'm a former middle blocker. I've always enjoyed blocking balls, but that feels good just to watch. Antoine and Tanner block that ball. Landon Shorts, he puts a pretty good swing on the ball, so when he gets blocked, it gets blocked back pretty hard, and that was exactly what happened right there when Maxwell and Antoine pair up for a nice block for the Ramblers. So Team Freedom calls a timeout. They find themselves down by 6. You see Coach Beaumont talking with Ronald Dunn about what they want to do offensively and who they want to set coming out of this timeout. Referees blow their whistles. Ramblers playing loose. Couple of words of advice from Vince, their coach. And here comes Team Freedom with their cheer and they're back out on the court. As we find ourselves at 15-9 here in Game 3, Ramblers versus Freedom. And we have our next serve coming from Peterson. High toss, serve goes over, pass by Shorts. Vatrin has to play it over with 2 hands. Maxwell goes to Antoine. Antoine gets blocked, covered. Oh, and there is a lift call. Oh, double contact called on Peterson as he threw that ball over the net. A bit of a chaos play, but Peterson's not complaining and does realize that he did, in fact, make 2 contacts with his hands as he shoveled that ball back across the net. So double digits for Team Freedom as they reach the 10-point mark, now down by 5. Here's Matt Seifert ready for his jump float serve coming from area 5. Looking to do a little bit better than last time. There's Grasso with the pass. Maxwell goes quick to Aguilar and he gets the kill. A nice side out by Ramblers. May have heard a bird in the gym, but I don't know where it came from. It's snowing outside, so here's Ryan Schickling going back to serve. With the Ramblers now up 16-10. Schickling goes to the jump float, pass by Vatrin. A submarine pass there, kind of low. Dug out by Schickling. Here comes Grasso. He tips, covered. Maxwell goes to Grasso again. 3-man block, high deflection, and Robeson can't run that down. Point goes to the Ramblers, and Grasso with a nice transition kill against the well-formed 3-man block. The 6'2" Brazilian aiming high for the hands and finding the deflection that goes out of play. Once again for the Ramblers, now up by 7. Here comes Schickling with a jump float. A bit of a backspin, pass by Vatrin. Vatrin, nope, Shorts out of the back row, scooped up, but out of bounds, and it's not able to continue to be played, and so the point goes to Team Freedom. Team Freedom, the bench guys, willing their team to find some momentum, playing with a little bit of heart and emotion. They're a little bit flat at the moment, and here comes Jedzinski with a nice jump float serve. Passed up by Osmundson. Maxwell goes over on 2, covered. Joust at the net, stays on Freedom's side, comes over from Dunn. Maxwell goes to Grasso again. Grasso goes hard cross court, called in. Gonna have an overrule. Gonna have an overrule from the up ref, who's gonna call that ball out, as he may have had a better angle on it, although the linesman perhaps his view was blocked. We'll never know because it was hit out of bounds. Here's a little willy-nilly play from Puchinski, and he's not able to get that ball up and back over the net, so the point go to the Ramblers. Now up by 7, 18, excuse me, up by 6, 18-12. Aguilar with the jump float over to Vatrin, passed up. Here's Shorts out of the back row, 3-man block, and that goes out of bounds off the block as well. Point goes to Team Freedom. Here's Vatrin, back to serve, and it's just absolutely bonkers that they keep missing so many jump serves. I'm getting frustrated watching. I'm sure you are at home as well. But Team Freedom's jump serving is just absolutely brutal. Here's Tanner Maxwell once again. Jump serves for the Ramblers, passed by Robeson. Left side attack by Shorts. Ooh. Nice cross-court attack by Landon Shorts. Give the point to Team Freedom. And we will see a serving substitution for Team Freedom as Josue Castillo, the jump server, number 3, will come in for Puchinski. And here comes Josue Castillo. He's spent the last 2.5 games on the bench watching from a distance, but mentally involved, and we'll see what he can bring with his jump serve. And unfortunately, that one finds the net, so this serving sub doesn't work out for Team Freedom. And unfortunately, Castillo will come back out. And here's Grasso with a jump float serve to Vatrin. Over on 2 by Dunn, picked up by Osmondson. Grasso with just a huge block by Seifert, but covered off his face. Here's a back row attack by Vatrin, and he goes out of bounds. And the Ramblers find themselves sitting at 21 points. And Coach Beaumont says, I've seen enough. Let's call a timeout to discuss. And Coach Beaumont's going to need to start maybe rubbing on that gold chain he's wearing around his neck to find a little luck for his team here as they find themselves down by 7 points, closing in on the business end of this third set. Ramblers up by 7, discussing their strategies on their side, trying to figure out what to expect on their block and defense, making sure their blockers know who the hitters are. We'll be coming at them from Team Freedom. You see Coach Vince giving some pointers there, talking about strategies, where they want their blockers and defenders to line up on the court. Antoine's working on his back there with a little bit of a massage gun. Over to Team Freedom, I see Coach Beaumont pleading his team to make your serves. Make your serves, make your serves. They're shooting themselves in the foot by missing so many serves. Offensively, they're playing well. Block and defense are playing well. They are just missing way too many serves, and it is of Excalibur importance to make your serves. Well, both teams come back out onto the court. Gianluca Grasso, the Brazilian, ready to serve for the Ramblers. Jump serve coming, a little bit of a hybrid jump float, passed up. Here's Seifert out of the quick, and he gets a quick kill inside out. Nice serve receive, first option quick by Team Freedom as Matt Seifert gets involved again. Here's Ronald Dunn with a jump float serve, pass by Osmondson. Duarte with the nice kill off of the outside arm of Matt Seifert, finding the seam and getting it down to the floor for a point over to the Ramblers, now sitting at 22-15. Josh Duarte back to serve for the men in black. Here's his jump serve. Pass by Robeson. Dunn goes overhead to Shorts, blocked by Aguilar and Schickling, and that ball finds the floor. Nice, well-formed block. Give credit to Schickling for setting that block in the right location, a skill he picked up in high school, I'm sure. And Aguilar resulting from a nice middle blocker career at Long Beach State. Here comes Duarte, jump serving once again. Ball passed by Robeson, overpass, Aguilar passes. Maxwell goes back to Aguilar, slips it around, free balled over again. Aguilar passes. Maxwell goes overhead this time to Peterson. Roll shot, tip back. Put up by Antoine. Peterson again on the right. And that ball will find the floor. And once again, Jadzinski is in the net for a violation. At this point, the zombie from Halloween could maybe stay out of the net better than Jadzinski. That's about his 4th or 5th net violation throughout this match. And Coach Beaumont must be getting frustrated over there on the sidelines. And we have set point to the Ramblers, 24-15. Duarte misses that serve wide and gives Team Freedom a chance to come back with a point of their own as Landon Shorts prepares to serve. There's a pass by Osmondson. Here comes Peterson. Hard dig, but that's picked up by Dunn. Jadzinski, he swings off the block for a point, and Team Freedom continues to extend this game, now at 17 serving 24. Here comes Shorts, passed up by Osmondson. Here's Schickling on the left. He swings and misses the hands. No net violations this time. That ball is out of bounds. And Team Freedom now is at 18. Appears that there will not be a timeout called quite yet as Shorts finds his jump serve rhythm. Good serve, pass by Grasso. Maxwell goes to Antoine and he says, let's finish this game off right now, Antoine. And the quick attack from the middle results in a point for the Ramblers as they win that set 25-18 and take a 2-1 lead in sets 1 in this third place match here at the NVA tournament in Salt Lake City, Utah. A little slight lull there in action by the Ramblers, kind of fell asleep a little bit at the end of that that set, but give credit to Team Freedom going on a little bit of a service run from their outside hitter, Landon Shorts. And we see Coach Beaumont over there discussing strategies with Ronald Dunn. He's his quarterback, his setter on the floor. Team Freedom needs to find something where they can score some points or manufacture some momentum, and we saw a little bit of it there from a jump serve run from Landon Shorts. And as I've kind of been saying throughout this match, Team Freedom really is just making way too many service errors this far into the game and this far into the tournament. They can dial in their jump serving and put some pressure on the Ramblers and not miss quite so many serves into the net and out of bounds, and give themselves a much better chance to be the first ones to reach 25 in this fourth set. So over to the Ramblers, you see Osmondson there talking with Maxwell and Schickling and Duarte. Assistant coach discussing the lineup, making sure everyone's on board and on the same page with Peterson and Grasso. Aguilar and Tanner Maxwell. Ramblers now in control of this match, 2-1. See assistant coach Nick England coming in there. And as we prepare to enter this fourth set, my name is Matt Prosser. Thank you again for tuning in on NVAUSA.com. This live stream being brought to you from the Utah Athletic Center in North Salt Lake City. This is day 4 of our tournament here, Championship Sunday. And you're watching the third place match between the Las Vegas Ramblers and Team Freedom. If you tuned in earlier today, you saw 2 nice semifinal matches, as the results were the OC Stunners beating Team Freedom and the Utah Stingers beating the Las Vegas Ramblers, which put our consolation third place bracket here into place, which you're currently watching. And our final matchup this evening will be at 7 p.m. local time, the championship match between the home team Utah Stingers and the Orange County Stunners, excuse me. Should be a great matchup. You see some very high-level volleyball, some great blocking from both sides, some very active middle blockers, some high-flying outside hitters. So please be sure to tune in at 7 p.m. That's Salt Lake City time for the start of our championship match here on NVAUSA.com. Our teams have taken the court here. We're going to start set number 4 imminently, as I see no personnel changes from either side. As I take that back, I do see number 9 has entered the game for Team Freedom. That's Chris Vaughn. He's wearing the headband. Again, number 9 in white. Looks as if he may have replaced Jeff Vautrin, number 14, for Team Freedom. So look for Vaughn to come in and try to spice things up a little bit. He has been a key role player for Team Freedom throughout this tournament. Chris Vaughn, he's wearing number 9. He is a 6'5" outside hitter, played at Stevens College in his hometown of Bedford, New Jersey. Chris Vaughn. Here's Schickling with the pass. Antoine goes with a tip over, played up. That ball finds the ground in front of Vaughn, and the point will go to the Ramblers as they take a commanding lead, 1-0. Fourth set action here from Salt Lake City. National Volleyball Association tournament here. Third place match to determine who gets to take home the bronze volleyball. There's a service ace from Peterson. Well-timed service ace as the Ramblers start off 2 serving 0. Peterson with a jump serve, passed by Vaughn. Shorts goes overhead, dug over by Grasso. Here's Shorts again, blocked back by Antoine, covered. Shorts again, 3 straight sets. And he hits that third one, unfortunately, out of bounds long. And the Ramblers are now up 3-0. And Peterson continues his service run for the Ramblers. Little help from the equipment. That ball goes over. Schickling, roll shot, dug up. Here comes Judzinski with the high line. That goes way out of bounds. And unfortunately, that doesn't find the court. And Coach Beaumont maniacally calls a quick timeout at 4-0. Ramblers. Freedom currently getting bageled in this fourth set. And Beaumont just beside himself, does not want to see any more of that. Poor choice is made, and we'll call a timeout. as Team Freedom will discuss what they need to do to right this ship, or else in 21 more points, they'll be going home in 4th place. You see the Ramblers from Las Vegas carrying the momentum with a good team chemistry over there, representing the black and gold once again. Based out of Las Vegas. Assistant coach Nick England yucking it up with Gianluca Grasso. Ryan Mather, Joshua Duarte. Obviously, Ramblers a little bit confident at the moment with a 4-0 lead in this 4th set. Here comes Peterson with a jump serve. Shorts, out of system pass. Here comes a down ball tip from Vaughn. He finds the floor himself, and Schickling will get a chance. Yeah, 3-man block, ricochets through. Here comes Shorts in transition, and oh, nice stuff down from Antoine and Ryan Schickling. Putting up a formidable block, and it is now 5-0. Here's Peterson continuing his service run for the Ramblers. Jump serve coming, passed up by Robeson. Dunn goes quick to Puczynski, dug over by Peterson. That was played out of bounds by Maxwell, and the point goes to Team Freedom as they finally get on the board. 1 serving 5, 6 points into this 4th set. We're going to see a service substitution here. And in Shorts is going to come out as Jeff Vautry will come in. Excuse me, Jeff Vautrin, number 14. We've seen him play outside hitter for the majority of this match, and now he's going to come in as a serving substitute. Grasso passes that ball up. Here comes Schickling from the left. Played up by Cunningham. There's Vaughn down the line. Grasso plays it. That's going to be unreturnable as Grasso got that ball just right in the nose, and it appears that perhaps he needs to gather himself for a second as that ball found Grasso's nose. He's Brazilian, he's tough. He can bounce back from that. And here comes Vautrin once again from the inline, now down 2 serving 5. Service over to Schickling. Maxwell goes overhead to Peterson. Peterson doesn't get that ball over the net as a well-formed block is in front of him, and he tries to avoid it but finds the net and give the point back over to Team Freedom. Nice service run from Jeff Vautrin here as he came in as a substitute for Landon Shorts, who perhaps is trying to get a quick rest, get his legs back a little bit. He is a high flyer, but Vautrin making a nice contribution with his service run from the inline. Here's Vautrin, passed up by Osmondson. Maxwell goes to Antoine, and he gets the kill. Maxwell just teeing that ball up on a candlestick for Antoine Aguilar as he goes high above the block of Team Freedom and finds the open court deep on that side of the court for a point to the Ramblers, now up 6 serving 3. And we're going to see a substitution here for the Ramblers as Gianluca Grasso appears to have a bit of a bloody nose that needs to be attended to, and possibly Antonio Boucher, number 77, is going to come in so that Grasso can attend to his bloody nose from that ball that caught him up high. I'm sure he'll be fine. Just stick a little cotton ball in there, Gianluca, and get right back here on the court. Here comes Schickling in his jump float serve. Down the line to Vaughn. Dunn goes to Puczynski, dug up by Peterson. Maxwell goes to Boucher. He goes over and out of bounds as he tried to avoid the block, his first swing attempt of this 4th set, and that results in a point to Team Freedom. Now 4 serving 6. Here's Puczynski with his standing float serve. Pass by Maxwell. Maxwell sets Antoine. Covered by Schickling. Boucher gets another chance. Deflected up, dug by Dunn. Comes a set from Puczynski to Dziedzic, and the Skis get together for a little assist and a point. Puczynski to Dziedzic, and the Freedom pull within 1. Puczynski now, number 20, standing float serve, passed by Schickling. Maxwell goes to Antoine, and he gets the kill. Anytime the Ramblers need a quick kill. They keep setting Antoine Aguilar, and that results in an instant kill most of the time, which is nice to see as the Ramblers continue to set the middle. Here's 7 serving 5. Antoine jump float serving. Passed up by Vautrin. Left side attack by Vaughn. Rattled around, and that ball hits the equipment and goes out of bounds. Unreturnable by Ramblers, and give the point to Chris Vaughn and Team Freedom. And here we'll see a substitution. Gianluca Grasso has got his issue under control and comes back in for Antonio Boucher. As Grasso goes over, he's front row. He'll be passing and then hitting. There's a jump float from Jadzinski. Pass by Schickling. Maxwell goes quick to Duarte from off the net, and Duarte gets the kill and give that 8th point to the Ramblers, and that means we get a technical timeout, and the teams will walk off the court, discuss what they want to do, and that gives us to thank our generous sponsors, our host venue, the Utah Athletic Center here in North Salt Lake City. Warm and inviting facility, especially on this snowy day that we've had in the great state of Utah. If you're ever in the area, be sure to stop by, get a couple of shots on the court, maybe play a couple games of volleyball, perhaps a quick CrossFit workout. And we need to thank Mikasa, the official ball of the National Volleyball Association, and their continued support throughout this challenging season. As we are able to put on this event here in Salt Lake City, we would not be able to do so without the generous support of the one and only Mikasa. Here you see the Las Vegas Ramblers chatting about their strategies, cracking jokes as Ryan Mather laughs about something. Nick England giving his insights to his teammates. Coach Vincent also discussing what they want to do strategically in order to keep this lead after the timeout and hopefully end this match in 4 sets. And meanwhile, over on Team Freedom's side of the court, you have Coach Justin Beaumont begging his team to continue to make their serves, as they have made a nice adjustment throughout this 4th set with their service runs. But if they want to have a chance to win this match, they do need to continue the pressure from the inline. Still waiting for this television timeout to get going, and apparently they just needed the thumbs up from the broadcast booth, which they got, and we'll get back to action here. Early action through the set number 4 here in the 3rd place game. And we have Tanner Maxwell back to serve. Jump spin serve coming from him. Pass by Vaughn. Over to Dunn. He goes quick to Seifert. That rattles around. Grasso picked up. Grasso with the chip, back down, and he gets the point. Acting like a bit of a little tractor, Gianluca Grasso picks up the garbage and then gets up and snaps it down the middle back and finds the court for a point and a kill, and give the Ramblers their 9th point of this 4th set. Maxwell gets a nice jump serve. Tickle off the net, scoop, and that does not get returned. And here we see Chris Vaughn going back to serve for Team Freedom, down by 2, 7 serving 9. Once again, early action in set number 4. Jump float serve from Vaughn, pass by Osmundson. Maxwell overhead to Gianluca, and we have a net violation on number 14. That's Jeff Vautrin in white. And give the point to the Ramblers, as Gianluca hit that ball out of bounds, but was bailed out by the net violation from Team Freedom. Grasso with the nice jump float serve over to Vaughn. Outside set to Vautrin. Peterson touches but can't play it back, as Vautrin scores the point and Team Freedom gets 8 points on the board. Kuczynski comes back to the front row, surveying who his hitters are and who he wants to get his next colossal block against. As Matt Seifert prepares to serve from area 5 along the inline. See his jump float serve. Goes down to Grasso. Passed up, and here's Schickling on the left. Ping-ponged around, and that's Dunn trying to clean up the overpass, and his attempt goes out of bounds long for a colossal hitting error at a very ill-timed point in this early set number 4. Here's Josh Duarte with the Ramblers up by 3 points, 11 serving 8. Duarte's jump serve, passed by Vaughn. Dunn goes left side to Vatrin, blocked by Peterson, covered. Quick set to Paczynski, and his crossbody attempt finds the floor for a point. Not a colossal kill, but a kill nonetheless from Paczynski, as that gives Team Freedom 9 points, and he's ready to go again. Instantly back, calling out the hitters, preparing to block. And we'll see Ronald Dunn with a jump float serve. Passed by Schickling. Quick set to Antoine, and that ball finds the court for a kill. Antoine Aguilar responds for the Ramblers. Has a quick middle attack. He lines up preparing for his block defense. And here's Peterson with a jump serve, passed up by Robeson. Right side to Vatrin, roll shot, blocked by Antoine. Jadzinski pursues, Vaughn pursues. And that ball will not find its way over the net, as that's 4 contacts by the team in white, and that's not allowed. So the point goes to the Ramblers, now up 13-9. Peterson jump serving once again for the Ramblers. He's been on a nice run this evening. Pass by Vaughn. Here comes Jadzinski on the left, dug by Osmondson. Schickling on the left, and he gets stuffed down by Vatrin. Set was maybe a ball too tight from Maxwell, not leaving Schickling with a lot of options to work it around Vatrin, and Vatrin comes up with a nice block. Freedom now down by 3, seeing if Vatrin can go on another service run here for Team Freedom. Serve passed up by Grasso. Schickling again, and this time Paczynski gets one hand up, and that ricochets out of bounds and off the playing surface. So Schickling comes back and responds nicely with a kill. Now serving 14-10. Ryan Schickling hailing from Dana Point, California, in Orange County. As his jump float serve now comes across the net. Passed up by Robeson. Here's Paczynski, and Antoine Aguilar basically saw that coming. He commits on Paczynski and just gives him a quick shutdown. Says, "Not on me, Paczynski." As Antoine Aguilar gets credit for that solo block. Here comes Schickling once again. Dunn goes left side to Vaughn. He tries to swipe. Maxwell blocks but covered. Dunn shovels it over. Grasso has to spin it back and is able to find the floor. A little bit of a misconnection there. It looks like Grasso ran under, looking up for a little bit faster of a set, and Coach Beaumont will call a timeout. Time for Coach Beaumont to warm up that cauldron and see what kind of witch's brew he can develop to get his team back into this match. He needs something special to happen, or else Team Freedom's going to find themselves going home in 4th place here, currently down by 6 points in set number 4 of this 3rd place matchup between Team Freedom and the Las Vegas Ramblers. So here we go. Officially halfway through this 4th set. Once again, Ramblers with a nice, comfortable 6-point lead. I'd like to see them go on a little bit of a run here and see if they can increase that cushion and see how they celebrate some additional points here as they inch closer to sealing this victory and the 3rd place title. As the players come back out on the court, you see Paczynski, he's had a nice match offensively. A few blocks here and there. Would really like to see him get a little bit more aggressive with his service game. But as long as it's in, I'm sure Coach Beaumont is satisfied with that. And here we see Ryan Schickling now back to serve for the Ramblers once again with a jump float. Goes across to Robeson. And there's Paczynski, gets a nice swing off the block, and his attempt gets out of bounds. Give the point to Team Freedom, and we'll see a service substitution here. Josue Castillo will be serving for Paczynski this time. Josue has a nice jump serve, nice high toss. He's got a good arm, very quick. Haven't seen Josue play the front row yet tonight, but his contribution from the inline will be much needed. As that ball is taken by Osmondson. Here comes Grasso with a big brouhaha swing and a point for the Ramblers. That was a nice play by Grasso. Good connection between Maxwell and Grasso as we continue through this fourth set here, and the Ramblers now sitting on 17-11 with that 6-point lead in place once again. Antoine Aguilar goes back to serve with his float serve. Jump float, passed up by Robeson. Right side attack by Jedzinski, dug by Schickling, but we have a net violation on Gianluca Grasso. The Brazilian finds himself in the net. Fortunately for the Ramblers, that 6-point cushion. Pass by Schickling. Duarte with the quick attack. Nice play by the men in black there. Ramblers getting a quick attack. All started from that pass from Ryan Schickling. Team Freedom looking a little discombobulated on their block and defense against Josh Duarte's attack there. Here comes Tanner Maxwell now, 17 serving 13. Nice jump serve, but that goes out of bounds long once again. Nice communication from Team Freedom and making sure no one tried to play the out ball, and they only want to play the balls that are in. Don't play the balls that are out. Once again, here's number 9, Chris Vaughn, lining up for a jump serve. Jump float serve. Pass by Osmundson. Here's Peterson on the left. That ball gets ricocheted off the arms of Vaughn into the rafters and out of bounds, and point goes to the Ramblers. Now 19 serving 13 as the Ramblers inch closer to 25 points and possibly potentially winning this match in 4 sets. Here comes Grasso's jump serve. Nice, tough serve, pass by Vaughn. Schickling, jousting, and he wins that joust as Dunn cannot get the ball back up, and a point goes to the Ramblers. I think I saw Schickling give a brief little flex down on that one, as he should. And the little guys usually win those jousts. Here comes Grasso, now at 20, serving 13. Pass by Vaughn, left side attack from Vatrin. Touched by Peterson, and Maxwell decides not to lay out for that one, as the point goes to Team Freedom. Here's Matthew Seifert, back to serve, 6'10", middle blocker out of the Penn State University. Happy Valley, Pennsylvania. Jump float serve coming. Pass by Osmundson, Maxwell reaches. Swatted down by Duarte, sort of Houdini's that one down for a point with a slight authority and marked the point over to the Ramblers. Now 4 points from completing this match. 7-point lead for the Ramblers. Duarte back to serve once again. And jump serve, pass by Vaughn. Dunn goes quick to Paczynski, blocked but covered. And here comes Jedzinski on the right side, out of back row, dug by Duarte. Grasso comes flying out of the back row, but he goes under. And that's a center line violation. Grasso is pleading his case that he didn't interfere with anybody, but he did run entirely under the net and entirely onto the other side, nearly making it to the 10-foot line of Team Freedom's side of the court. So not too sure what he's trying to plead his case about, but he should just move on to the next play, because they are currently up by 6 points, and it's not going to get changed. It's not going to be replayed. So move on, forget about it, have a short-term memory, and just get ready to pass the next play. Here's Ronald Dunn getting ready to serve for Team Freedom. Currently down 15-21. If I'm Dunn, I'm going to serve Gianluca Grasso right now and test his passing real quickly, as he is quite upset about that call going against him. Here's Dunn's jump float serve. That goes over to Schickling. Here comes Peterson from the right. He goes out of bounds, unfortunately. Now Peterson had a one-on-one swing attempt, as Vatrin was the only blocker in front of him, and unfortunately Peterson can't find the court, and that ball gets away from him. So 16 serving 21 as Dunn continues to serve here. Dunn with the jump float, passed by Osmundson. Antoine tips it, Paczynski blocks but covered. Here comes Schickling, and he curls that ball down for a point right in front of Ronald Dunn for the point. The Ramblers sitting at 22, serving 16. That's a nice 6-point cushion as Peterson gets ready to serve. Pass by Robeson. Here comes Vatrin, he gets a nice kill down to area 6 from the front row right side attack, and he kerfuffles that kill down, and a point goes to Team Freedom. Not a lot of authority behind that kill, but successful nonetheless. And now Vatrin will be ready back to serve for Team Freedom, 17 serving 22. Grasso overpasses. Kuczynski cleans it up and give the point to Team Freedom. Nice serve there by Jeff Vatrin. Team Freedom find themselves down by 4, 18 serving 22. Jeff Vatrin going through his pregame routine, pre-serve routine. Jump serve to Grasso, pass over to Maxwell. There's Antoine. That ball gets scooped up. Overpass from Antoine. Here comes Vaughn, misconnected. That ball finds its way over off the net, and here comes Schickling. He throws it down, but that's dug over the net. Antoine tips, a lot of patty caking going on. Jedzinski from the right side, he hits it out of bounds, and no touch is called. Point goes to the Ramblers, and the patty cake game results in a point for the Las Vegas Ramblers. 23 serving 18, and we'll see a serving substitution. Ryan Schickling's going to come out of the game as we see Nick England enter for a server. An opportunity to serve here at 23 serving 18. Ramblers in control. Nick England goes through his pre-serve routine, jump serve off the bench, and he serves it into the net. Wah, wah. Nick England, unfortunately, will come back out after that attempt. Kick himself in the pants a little bit for that poor attempt, and we have 19 serving 23. Advantage to the Ramblers. Kuczynski with a standing float serve, passed it by Osmundson. Maxwell goes to Grasso with authority, and he swings away and scores the point, and we have come to match point to the Las Vegas Ramblers. Antoine Aguilar now back to serve for the Ramblers. Match point number 1. Pass by Vatrin. Here comes Vaughn. He gets a swing and a kill. Put that trophy away for another minute as Team Freedom climbs to within 4 points, 20 serving 24. And we see Jedzinski getting ready to jump float serve for Team Freedom. Match point number 2, pass by Schickling. Maxwell goes quick to Duarte, blocked by Seifert, patty caked around. Here comes Vaughn in transition. Roll shot, not picked up by Peterson. And Team Freedom find themselves at 21, serving 24. Match point number 3. Jedzinski preparing his jump float. Comes across, pass by Grasso. Maxwell goes back to Grasso. And Grasso says enough is enough. I will finish this match off. And the Las Vegas Ramblers finish off this match. They take home the 3rd place trophy, beating Team Freedom in 4 sets. 25-20, 20-25, 25-18, and 25-21. Congratulations to the Las Vegas Ramblers, your 3rd place finishers here in Salt Lake City. And kudos and congratulations goes over to Team Freedom for a well-fought match. A greatly played tournament all throughout the event. They rebounded back nicely every single time they had the opportunity to play, and finished this event at a 4th place finish, which is nothing to be ashamed of. 4th place out of 8 teams is still pretty good. As you see the Las Vegas Ramblers just overly excited with their 3rd place finish, and they all tend to look around at each other. I think they're discussing where they're going to go for dinner now and how they're going to stay warm and out of the snow here in Salt Lake City. Meanwhile, on the other side, Team Freedom discussing, quick recap of their weekend. They played with a lot of heart, a lot of emotion. They left nothing in the reserve. They worked really hard throughout the entire event, and unfortunately just came up a little bit short in this evening's 3rd place match. But if I'm Coach Justin Beaumont, I'm awfully proud of the way my guys played, and giving nothing but kudos to those guys. And now we'll throw it over to Olivia, who's got our player of the match.
Thanks, Matt. A 3rd place finish today. What made the difference in this set?
I think serving and passing, and then getting the middles involved. We didn't do that very well the first match, but they served us off the court the first match. I think we, even though we played tired, we passed the ball well, we served the ball well, so I'll take it.
12 kills for you, which was a match high. Where were you finding your success?
I gotta ask them. Yeah, I just found the hole, I guess, found the hands, and just tried to hit it hard, hit it high, hope they miss it.
A long weekend, so much volleyball. Why are you proud of this team?
Well, we came together, short notice, we don't know each other, so I mean, third place is pretty good.
Congratulations, enjoy this.
Thank you.
Matt, back to you.
Thank you, Olivia. Well said, Antoine. He's a man of many words over there. And yeah, Las Vegas Ramblers, you know, they came together sort of last minute, you know, a little bit of a patchwork teamwork going on there with some guys that might not have played very often together, but nonetheless, a third place finish is nothing to be upset about. So there's one more match left on our schedule here. That's championship match, which will begin here in about an hour and 15 minutes. Be sure to tune back in at 6:45 local time. That's in about 1 hour as we expect to see the Utah Stingers versus the OC Stunners in our championship match starting at 7 p.m. local time. Once again, thanks to our sponsors, Utah Athletic Center and Mikasa. We will see you guys all back in about 1 hour for our championship match here at the NVA Salt Lake City Showcase. We'll see you soon.